Imagine this. Mark Cuban, the billionaire who made his fortune in tech, now has his sights set on the stars. And no, I don't mean his usual NBA star players. He's betting big on a rocket company that's aiming to make space travel more accessible than ever before. But could this bold move be the spark that ignites a new space race? What does this mean for the future of space exploration? Let's talk about the man, the myth, the investor. Mark Cuban. Most of us know him from his role on Shark Tank, where he's invested millions into promising startups. Or maybe you know him as the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, where he's reshaped the NBA landscape with his tech-savvy approach. But what you might not know is that Cuban has been quietly making moves in industries far beyond the basketball court and boardroom. Now, Mark Cuban is no stranger to taking risks. He's built his career on being able to see the future of tech before anyone else does. He famously invested in companies like Amazon and Netflix when they were still underdogs, and look how that turned out. But his latest move? Investing in Firefly Aerospace, a rocket company looking to revolutionize space travel. Why does this matter? Well, in case you haven't noticed, space exploration is heating up. Companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin are already making headlines with their ambitious plans, but Firefly Aerospace? They've got a unique angle, and Cuban thinks it's worth betting on. Today, we're going to break down exactly what Firefly Aerospace is all about, why Mark Cuban is investing, and whether this could be the next big leap in space exploration. Alright, before we dive too deep into space, pun totally intended, let me ask you something. If you had the chance to invest in a rocket company, would you do it? Or would you be too worried about your money disappearing into the void of space? Let's be real, space travel sounds like something straight out of science fiction. But we're living in a time where sci-fi is turning into reality faster than ever. Personally, I think there's a lot of potential here, but I want to know what you think. Go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comments. Would you invest in a rocket company, or are you sticking to more down-to-earth opportunities? And hey, if you've ever invested in something totally unconventional, tell us about it. I bet there are some crazy stories out there. Alright, now that we've had some fun, let's talk about Firefly Aerospace, the company that's caught the attention of Mark Cuban. What exactly is Firefly, and why should you care? Firefly Aerospace is a private aerospace company based in Texas, and their mission is clear: make space more accessible. Their focus is on developing small to medium-sized rockets that can carry smaller payloads like satellites into orbit. Now, that may not sound as glamorous as sending humans to Mars like SpaceX, but it's actually a massive opportunity. Think about it. Satellites are crucial for everything from GPS to weather forecasting, and the demand for them is skyrocketing, pun intended. Firefly is aiming to make launching these satellites cheaper and more frequent. Their Alpha rocket, for example, is designed to carry small payloads to low Earth orbit LEO at a fraction of the cost compared to their competitors. To put it in perspective, launching a small satellite with a traditional rocket could cost millions. Firefly's Alpha rocket aims to bring that cost down significantly, making it more accessible for smaller companies and even governments to launch their own satellites. And with the space industry growing at an unprecedented rate, this is a big deal. Firefly isn't just about affordability, they're also focused on innovation. Their rockets are designed to be more efficient, using cutting-edge technology that could change how we think about space travel. For example, they're working on reusable rockets, much like SpaceX, but they're targeting a different market segment: the smaller players in the space industry. And this is where Mark Cuban comes in. Cuban has always been about finding the next big thing, and he sees Firefly as a company that could democratize space travel. Just like how he invested in tech companies that disrupted industries, he's betting that Firefly can do the same for space. He's not just investing in a company, he's investing in the future of space exploration. And that's where things get really exciting. If Firefly can achieve its goals, it could change the way we interact with space, opening up opportunities for more companies, more countries, and eventually, more people to explore beyond Earth. Okay, let's talk about some of the coolest things Firefly is working on, because this company has some seriously innovative ideas. First up, their Alpha rocket. It's specifically designed to be small, lightweight, and cost-effective, but don't let its size fool you, it's powerful enough to carry payloads into orbit. What's really impressive, though, is the price. Firefly claims that their launches will be significantly cheaper than their competitors, making space access more affordable for smaller players. And then there's their eco-friendly approach. Firefly is working on developing rocket fuel that's more sustainable and less harmful to the environment. I mean, who would have thought that rocket science could go green, right? With space exploration ramping up, sustainability is going to be a huge factor in the long term. Firefly is positioning itself to not just be a leader in space access, but also in making sure we're doing it responsibly. So, what do you guys think? Could Firefly be the next big thing in space exploration, or is this just another overhyped tech company? I want to know, would you invest in something like this? Or is space travel still a bit too far out for you? Drop your thoughts below, and hey, if you've ever made a bold investment like this, share your story. I bet there are some crazy experiences out there. Here's the moment we've been building to what's the potential impact of Cuban's investment. Well, if Firefly Aerospace succeeds, it could fundamentally change the space industry. Imagine a world where launching rockets is as common as launching an app on your phone. This could open the door for more companies, more countries, and more people to access space. And who knows, maybe one day, you could be booking a trip to the stars. At the end of the day, Mark Cuban's investment in Firefly Aerospace is more than just a business move, it's a bet on the future. If this pays off, we could be looking at a new era of space exploration where access isn't just limited to billionaires and governments. Cuban has a history of backing innovative companies that disrupt industries, and Firefly could very well be his next big win. So, whether you're an investor, a space enthusiast, or just someone who's fascinated by innovation, this is definitely something to keep an eye on. Firefly might not be as well known as SpaceX or Blue Origin, but they're playing a different game, and if they succeed, it could be game-changing. Alright, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Mark Cuban's latest investment, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more content about tech, business, and the future of innovation. And hey, if you're interested in other wild investments, check out my next video on tech billionaires investing in renewable energy. It's seriously mind-blowing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.